Shalom, Shalom. Want to start for souls by giving no praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Akakwadash. Double honor to the apostles of GMS and honors to you brothers doing the work in truth. Wow, sincerity. It's just a quick one. Spirit had it where I said something at the camp yesterday, and I just wanted to touch on it real quick, and that is, the apostles been out there, over 30 winters, man, right? Over 30 winters, and yesterday, we had the Arctic blast and really felt it, and it was really making me think like, look, that's a sacrifice, and the apostles are worthy of double honor, as it says in 1 Timothy 5:17, which says, let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine. Also, the apostles have been laboring, right? They've given up certain things, presented their body as a living sacrifice for over starting with Apostle Tar over 30 years, right? This is Romans 12:1. This is, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service, right? So ultimately, we're just doing what we're meant to be doing, right? But the apostles are the the standard, that we are to follow, right? And I said 30 winters on the trot, and New York winters as well. Like it gets cold here in London, but you hear stories about that New York winter. You hear stories about the Chicago winter. You got brothers also that are out there. But 30 winters, for instance, winters has always been seen as, that time, right? The time when, things ain't too, it ain't too great, man, because winters is difficult to survive, right? For instance, you got Mark 13:18, it says, and pray ye that your flight be not in the winter. Right, because what was one of the, imagine you got the Romans on your back trying to run or whatever, what have you, right? And it's winter time, right? You've got, you're gonna have to make fires to keep warm, right? You're gonna have to hope that your children, survive the winter, whatever, what have you. There's more things to worry about. So winter's a difficult, time and season. Yet, you fast forward, and the apostles have been doing it, like I said, for 30 plus years, right? Starting on, with Apostle Taha, and I believe, the Apostle said that Apostle Bar's coming up to that 30 years himself. If not, it's already gone past it, right? This is 2 Timothy 4:2. It says, preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, right? It says, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. Right, it says preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, right? So when the word is good and when the word is bad, go out there and preach the word, right? Because as it said here, it's just your reasonable service ultimately, right? Because if we've been chosen to do this work, then we got to do it, right? You can't start and stop. This is Luke 9:62. Says, and Yahushua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of the Most High, right? So when you started this work, you were bound to continue doing this work, come rain, sleet, shine, or whatever, what have you, right? You can't take breaks. You can't go back into the world for a bit and then come back in, or whatever, what have you. Right, because no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom, right? Which is why you really got to consider what it is that you're in, right? What does it say? It says Luke 14:28. It says, for which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it? Right, so that's basically likening it to a builder. A builder wants to build something, right? First, he has to say, all right, cool, this is what I want to build, right? This is roughly how much material I'm going to need, right? Have I got enough to pay for all this material? Lest he starts building, and because he hasn't got enough money to finish building, the building's just left half, half built, right? So it's the same with this. You gotta say like, look, man, you sacrifices are made. Sacrifices are gonna have to be made, on this side. There's certain things that the apostles, I'm sure, could have done, but they let go because this truth came first. And ultimately, right, this is 2 Peter 3:11. Ultimately, it says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of poor persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness. Right, you count the cost or whatever, and then giving up things. Where everything you're giving up, more time, will it even make it into the next kingdom? Maybe you may have to give up, say, your family or whatever. Yeah, the Lord can have mercy on them. But let's say it's things like it's carnal things like jobs and cars and side chicks or whatever, what have you, right? If the Lord, the big principle of jobs and all of that, those are all gonna get wiped out. Houses, cars, they're all gonna get destroyed when the Lord comes back, right? It's just with people, the Lord may have mercy on certain people that are in your life, right? But yeah, like I said, I just wanted to touch on that real quick. The apostles are worthy of double honors, and the fact that they've been out there 30 winters, on the trot, is an example of why. Alright, so Lord's will, that was edifying. Until the next time, I say shalom.